Today has been a relatively cloudy, sunny, cloudy, rainy, odd day, which makes it perfect for writing. Now, I have a little bit of a weird writing process, so no judging. Hello. I am Tabby from Sincerely Tabby. I thank you so much for dropping by, and well, I hope this video is fun for you. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back, and welcome to my brain. So as I said, today is going to be a writing day. I do have a weird process. I don't really like to plot things out very much. Not like in your traditional step by step kind of thing. I like vague, like this is what happens, and then like at some part later this part happens, and it kind of goes from there. Now I will say my characters talk to me. They kind of plan everything out, and I kind of just am the one that writes it out. And though I'm not going to show you anything from the book that I'm working on now, because one, I don't want to give it away, and two, I do use a pen name, so I'm not going to do that. Well, not yet anyway. It might come sometime in the future, but not right now. And part three, well, they're not the ones talking today, which is really unfortunate, but we're just gonna have to roll with it. I have new people popping up, so I'm gonna kind of go with it, see what they kind of grow to be, and get this one plotted and figured out so that we can get started. I do use my tablet, I use note cards, I use a notebook. I have a really weird system that my daughter and I kind of call a serial killer system, because if you ever seen those like Law and Order, anything like that, they have those boards that have all those pictures and little lines and things written underneath them. Yeah, that's kind of what is made. So let's get started.
When I first start a project, the best thing to do is just sit and write down any and all details that I'm thinking about. It kind of just turns into a little bit of a brain dump where I just roll with it, see where it leads me, and then I can connect all of the dots later on as I write and as the story unfolds.
Okay, I'll admit this is my first time using this light and it seems pretty bright. I don't know if it's gonna work so well. But I outlined and did characters and put some quotes, figured things out, kind of just spend time with the people. And I think I'm ready to get started. So again, I did that a lot today. As you can see, it's already night. And I got a little carried away. My camera died at some point, and I think I was just too in a zone to actually figure out when. But I will go back, watch it, and hopefully it caught some good stuff. If not, I will fill in what didn't film. Now, I am one that has to have some sort of background noise. I've come up with a few of their playlists, but right now I'm just watching T1's vlogs for Worlds. I'm a LOL fan, so I love Faker. And yeah, I'm watching those while I write, and I just need to have something on background noise, something that's kind of comforting to me. And like I said, I made their playlist. We'll do more later. But it is time to start writing, and here we go.
When I do start writing, it's easy to just let the characters take over. They kind of tell me what we're doing, and I fill in the blanks. I know it sounds a little weird and kind of chaotic, a little crazy too, but it's always been a system that works for me. And most of the time I get on a roll so much that I completely forget about time and everything else until I hit that count or until the chapter is done.
Good morning. So it is time for day 2 of working on this whip. or work in progress. Last night I finished with a little over 2,000 words when I finally crashed out, and I have the first chapter done. Now I'm going to work a little bit more on the second chapter just because I feel like things are ironing themselves out, and then I'm going to go into making the note cards. Now I do have classes in a little while, so I'm going to try to do a few sprints. I have, I think, like an hour. So I'm going to separate that into maybe 2 or 3 sprints. I like to do sprints at 20 minutes at a time just because I feel like I really tap in and get everything done at that time. If I go longer than that, I lose focus, get distracted, and nothing good happens. So I like to go 20 minutes at a time. And yeah, I will kind of start working on that. Then tonight, probably after class and everything, I will start laying out my note cards, and I will show you what I do for that whole process. And hopefully by tomorrow, I should have about 3 to 5 chapters done, which is the goal. So my goal for this month is 50,000 words. However, that ends up as far as chapters, anything like that, and words. But 50,000 words is what I'm going for, and I'm pretty happy with the progress so far. Since it is, well, today is November 7th, I have already the 2,000 words done, and I'm pretty stoked about that. So let's start our little sprint. Alexa, set a timer for 20 minutes.
Good afternoon, Tabitha. 20 minutes, starting now.
Whenever I'm starting a new chapter or adding on to one, it's always important for me to go back and kind of read through it, make any small edits, and continue on from there. That way, everything is concise and I don't have to do so much editing later since I'm editing it as I go. Now, one thing I do notice as I write is there are moments when I am so glad I'm using a pen name, just like this moment here.
Okay, so I finished one sprint. I got about 500 words in, so I'm pretty good on that one. I'm gonna go get a lunch break though. I'm getting a little hungry before class. Hello again. Whew, I'm cold. As you can see, it's dark again, which is kind of bullshit since it is only about 7 o'clock. But I have finished work for the day. I have finished dinner, getting everything all cleaned up, and now I am ready to jump back into writing. I have decided not to stop tonight until I've hit those 2,000 words. And then we will either go ahead and get the note cards laid out so I can get this whole thing ready, or I will do that tomorrow. So we started this work in progress last night and worked on it what we could today. But again, this is being a writer with a job and all of the other things that life throws our way. So tomorrow I am going to make the note cards and we'll be good to go. The story will start to come along really nicely, and there's a lot of things that I have planned already that's pretty exciting.
With each plan that I make, I know there is a possibility of it all to unravel. So I always try to leave some spontaneity in there, and like I said, not plot things too much. I like pinpoints, but not full details. I definitely feel a little bit more stressed when everything is put together a little too nicely, so I like to leave a lot open.
Alexa, timer off. Okay, let's see here. How far did we go? Okay. So this last sprint, I got 642 words, which is pretty good for a 20-minute time. I did have to go back and edit some of it to kind of go in a way that changed my mind a little bit. But that's how this works. So it is barely going to be 8 p.m. now. So I am going to take a 10-minute break. probably go refill my water, and then come back, do another set, and probably gonna work on the note cards as I go, and then do the rest tomorrow with all of the plotting, because I'm kind of on a roll right now and I want to get in each of their heads before I start plotting everything. I'm happy with it. Okay, break time. As you can clearly see, I just got out of a shower, but I had an idea while I was in there. So that's where the note cards come in. And it's true, some of your best ideas come in the shower. So I'm gonna write this one down. I'm gonna get ready now so I can do the rest of these note cards because the ideas are flowing.
So I hurried, got ready, not even remotely close to being done, but I had to do the important thing. I put the laundry away so I'd have more room on my floor because my laundry basket was taking up a lot of room. I had breakfast so I can take my medicines, and I made a tea. Yeah, this is essential for the morning and for planning. So I have all of my setup here. Now let's make a mess and turn this into a giant, well, like I said, me and my daughter call a serial killer board. Now this morning, like I said, I had an idea for some of the characters and kind of little things about them while I was in the shower. Shower time does give really good ideas. It's always when you don't want to be thinking of anything that those ideas pop in. So bedtime, during work, driving. Oh my God, driving. Every time that I go and I have to be somewhere and I know I'm not going to have time to write at all that day, the ideas just like flow through. So places like that where you don't think you're going to, you definitely are going to get those ideas. So I'm going to kind of pivot real quick and show you what is in my writer's bag. Everything I carry with me just for those moments when I'm out, know that I'm not going to get to write soon, and the ideas hit.
So here's everything that is inside my bag pretty much at all times that helps with my writing. So one is just a little stack, a little bag of note cards. And then I have a notebook that I take notes for everything in. I have a second notebook just in case I want to start actually writing pages instead of just taking notes. I take this one. This has a bunch of pens, markers, everything that I need and more. And then of course my planner that helps me kind of keep track of word counts, any deadlines that I'm hitting for myself, and of course just kind of random thoughts because I even have some paper back here. And that's about it.
So that's what I carry with me everywhere. It can be a little bit much sometimes, especially if I'm deeper into the stories or just starting out. But for the generalized portion, I try to keep copies of everything on my phone as well so that I can start typing those whenever I get a free chance. All right, so we have our colors. Without showing too much, here is my box already. So I have information, places, characters, and of course the plot back here. We're going to fill in a lot of the plot right now. I like to write at least a good 2 to 3 chapters, unless there's different points of view like this one. Then I have 5 main characters, and I'm writing a chapter for each one. I have 3 done so far, and I feel like I'm at a good point where I can start plotting everything. So here comes the craziness. Okay, so I have a pretty good stack in here now of what I want the plot to be, at least to get me to move forward in each section. They always kind of fill in the spots on their own. I have the different point of views and the time jumps that I want. And then I have some more information that I know I need to research and look up. So I have all of that taken care of. All right, so I have all of my handy little plot points that I want. Now it is time to do kind of the serial killer portion and lay them all out and put them in order so that I can put them back into the box the way that I'm going to write them. Okay, so I know this doesn't look like it has a rhyme or reason, but I promise you it does. Up here, I have my beginning, my middle, my climax, and my ending. So I'm going to go ahead and start stacking them in back like this. Of course, everything is written on the other side that I'm not going to show you. But when I put them in the box, it's going to be starting with the first plot point first, and then it goes all the way through. So the next thing I will do is print everything out, put it into a little binder once I'm finished with those chapters, and I tab them with different chapters. Then it comes to edit. So then I'll go through. It usually takes me about 6 or 7 edits so that I can add everything in. And then I will send it to the next stage of editing, which is a friend who's going to help me do all the grammatical errors and plot lines and things just in case I missed anything, because I have it in my head. So I know what I want to say. It's just not always said the right way, because once you get on a roll in your writing, you're kind of leaving out details because you can see them. You know what you're trying to put down, but other people can't see them. So she will help me with that part. Then it'll go to another editor who will do pretty much the same thing. And then it'll go to the alpha stage, which is the first readers that will come out, see kind of what they think about it, if there's any plot holes missing, any parts they don't understand. And then we'll go to beta readers, who are the ones that kind of look through and kind of do the same as the alpha readers, but alpha readers have a little bit more input in it. Beta readers just kind of let you know what needs to be fixed, what didn't make sense, if there's any grammatical errors or anything they caught. Then it goes to your ARC readers. And your ARC readers are the first ones to read the full and completed book. After that, they give you reviews, let you know what they think of it. From there, you'll go on to final print. So I'm still in the early stages. Of course, I'm barely writing it all out, but I do have the other editors already. And I am looking for my what's called a street team. So it's the alpha readers, the beta readers, and the ARC readers. So I have some stuff coming out that will be helping to find those. And then I do have someone that's going to be helping me do that as well. Since it is November, which is National Novel Writers Month, I have joined a kind of competition challenge with a few friends from the Mafia Babes Discord channel. It is a kind of ARC reader and street team for Christina B. Rose and B. Scheidel. I think I'm saying that right. They are wonderful ladies, wonderful to talk to. They always kind of answer my questions and really just kind of support, bump up that confidence, and I appreciate them so much. So after taking too long of a break from actually focusing on one and just doing it when I could, I have now set time for it, and I'm working diligently on it. This was just the first 3 days, so of course I'm going to keep continuing and keep going until it is all done. My goal is the 50,000 words by the end of the month, but the main goal is to get this done by the end of the month. So we'll see how well that goes. I'll have updates and stuff on my Instagram, and be sure to check out there for more. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready. And these ideas are just coming at me left and right. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it helped any writer out there. And if you have questions, please let me know. I want to support other writers too. We need it. It's a rough time, and having a creative outlet is fantastic, especially when you can just jump into a world and be who you want, do whatever you want. Until then, I hope you write something, even if it's something small. I hope that you read something new, and maybe branch out of a comfort zone. I hope that you laugh until your stomach hurts. You do something that just makes you say, fuck it. You chase a dream, and you know how important, loved, and supported you are. I'm always here if you need me. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.